Hey guys, Ivan's Quantic here, back again with some more WWE 2K16 screenshots, and we got official screenshots as well as some screenshots that people took while playing the game. So we got 3 official screenshots showing off Daniel Bryan vs Shawn Michaels, 2 official screenshots showing off Dean Ambrose vs Luke Harper, and then the rest some like off-screen screenshots, which are some actual gameplay as well as menus. So it's really cool. So first off, let's have a look at this image. This is Daniel Bryan setting up for the running knee, and you can see a blurred image, and that is Shawn Michaels. Yeah, so this is really cool. You can see Daniel Bryan, if you look at the bottom, you see his boots. That's his fur boots. I'm pretty sure that's the ones he wore at WrestleMania 30. Yeah, so this is really cool. Shawn Michaels, it has been confirmed. We actually haven't seen much of him apart from here, like a brief segment of DX in the Race Some Hell trailer. Next up, we see better screenshot of Michaels and Bryan. Here we see Daniel Bryan performing his running kicks, not the running kicks, sorry, just the normal kicks on Shawn Michaels. And this is really cool. Shawn Michaels looks pretty much the exact same as 2K15 from what I can see here. Yeah, Daniel Bryan also looks the same. Now we can see better. It's the fur that he wore, you know, at WrestleMania 30 and after. And the crazy thing about this was, for my last video, the video where I talked about the season pass confirming, I was like, alright, I gotta make my thumbnail and I gotta add 2 screenshots in there. So I added Kevin Owens, and I'm like, who should the second person be? And I was thinking, you know, like, how about Shawn Michaels? And I go through all my screenshots and I'm like, holy shit. There has been no screenshots for Shawn Michaels. That's really weird. There's been no gameplay for Shawn Michaels. There's been no entrance for Shawn Michaels. And I was just like, that's really weird. I expected something about Shawn Michaels. And then literally like half an hour later, they released these screenshots of Shawn Michaels. So that's something pretty cool there. But yeah, this is the first official like screenshots of Shawn Michaels apart from the DX. And yeah, that's really cool. Next up, the third screenshot of Daniel Bryan and Shawn Michaels. This is looks like continuation of the kicks, you know, where he hits the cover like 7 kicks to the head, then runs back. Oh no, it's like 7 kicks to the chest, then steps back and then runs and hits you in the head. So this looks like he is setting up for the run up to kick you in the head. And we can see a better screenshot of like the Shawn Michaels attire. You can see the Heartbreak Kid. It's the blue and well, like light blue and black and the red around it. So this is probably something he's going to have worn during the the Stone Cold Showcase. I'm sure someone out there is going to pinpoint exactly what match he versed Stone Cold with this attire on. But I don't remember. It's from like 20 years ago. I just watch matches randomly. I don't remember attire. So yeah, I'm sure if you know what attire this is from, please put in the comments. But yeah, that's the third and final screenshot of Daniel Bryan vs Shawn Michaels. Speaking of Dean Ambrose, here is a screenshot of Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper. Dean Ambrose was obviously like roaring. I don't know what he just did. But yeah, it's just Luke Harper's down, Dean Ambrose is up. And I just like Luke Harper, like the singlet and the jeans. It just looks a lot better than last year. And yeah, this is really cool. So this is like the first screenshot of Dean Ambrose. And finally, the second screenshot of Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose. You can see here, Dean Ambrose is actually setting up for a move. I can't tell. I'm just going to presume he's going for the Dirty Deeds, but, you know, I have no idea. Because, you know, usually the Dirty Deeds, you know, setup is, you know, he points the gun at you and shoots you. That's how I said it anyway, because he, like, does that in real life. But, yeah, that is the 5 official screenshots we've got for 2K16. Now, we got 4 off-screen images of 2K16. We got 3 images all like the main menu and stuff. But here, we can see a little gameplay of Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, I'm so used to saying Finn Balor. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, and you can see this is on the Raw Arena. Kevin Owens has a steel chair in hand, Seth Rollins is down there near the announce table, and you can see the commentators in the back, Mark Cole, JBL, and Jerry Lawler. It doesn't show off too much new info. The biggest thing out of this is you can see Kevin Owens has actually been hitting Seth Rollins with the chair, because you can see on the chair it's got like a little circle, like dark circle on the chair, which means, you know, Seth Rollins' head has been hitting on that. So that's a really cool addition, where if you hit someone with a steel chair, then you know the chair will actually start looking like it's been hit before, just like in 2K15. if you bust someone open by hitting them with the steel chair, there'll be blood on the steel chair. But now this just, if you hit someone in general, to me it looks like there'll start being stains of someone's fucking head. So that's the first actual screenshot. Now we can see just the main menu, and here we see a 6-man elimination tag, and we see 6 people on the Superstars Arena and Stone Cold here. You can see the Sting, 1999 Sting, 1991 Sting, WWE Sting, Stardust, and Stone Cold. So this also confirms ages ago, we already know that the new menu is actually a scroll down menu, which is really weird. So instead of having all the pictures of the superstars' heads, it's actually just scrolling down. So this is more old school, like, you know, Here Comes the Pain and games like that. And most people are saying, you know, it's good because it reminds them of the old days. But now that there's 120 people in it, this seems like the bad time to do it, because you're gonna like get lost going down. So there's more people, so they scroll down, which is just weird to me. Especially now that we know from the DLC pass there's 30 more superstars, so there's 150 people. So it's gonna be pretty overwhelming to scroll down that much. But yeah, next up we actually have Over the Edge, Honky Tonk Man versus Jim Neidhart. And the best thing about this, it shows off managers. You can see Paul Heyman, obviously, that's already been confirmed. But look, Rosa Mendez is a manager, Sensational Sherry's a manager, Stephanie McMahon's a manager, and Ted DiBiase is a manager. So obviously, Paul Heyman, you know, is obviously in the game. Rosa Mendez, she said she was in 2K16, but then the roster came out, and she wasn't. But she's a manager, so for some reason, Rosa Mendez is an NPC. You can't play as her, but she's a manager. I don't know why they did that. That's really weird. Sensational Sherry, she was in 2K15, so obviously it makes sense to put her back. Stephanie McMahon, there's already 2 versions of her in the game, you know, current Steph, that, you know, the SummerSlam 2014, and an old Attitude Era Steph. Ted DiBiase also, crazy. Ted DiBiase Sr. is confirmed for the game. That's really, really cool. He's a manager as well. You can't play as him. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm just confused as to why Rosa Mendez is a manager, but you can't play as her. And finally, we have a little timeline of the 2K Showcase, which is the Stone Cold. And you can see here that there's a few matches here. Stone Cold versus Jake Roberts. Then Stunning Steve Austin versus Ricky Steamboat. And then Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at Survivor Series 1996. So we now know that the very first match of the Stone Cold Showcase is actually Stone Cold versus Jake Roberts. So then most of you will be thinking, well, that's in WWE. When are we going to be playing through the ECW and WCW matches? Well, it's now confirmed that the ECW match and the WCW match, those are bonus matches. So there are bonus matches. If you saw my video where I talk about how all the trophies were leaked, we can see it says complete all bonus matches. So you might be wondering, what are bonus matches and stuff? My guess is that bonus matches is when you complete all objectives, you will unlock all the bonus matches. So, you know, objectives, if it's like, you know, win the match with the stunner, or, you know, throw your opponent into the corner and then hit them. And then usually when you complete an objective, it will start a cutscene or whatever. So my guess is if you complete all objectives, then you'll unlock bonus matches. So yeah, those bonus matches are stuff like Steve Austin versus Ricky Steamboat at WCW, and Mikey Whipwreck versus versus Steve Austin in ECW. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy that there's bonus matches, because it's really cool. So, you know, you'll actually have to unlock it and you'll have to earn these matches. So you'll also have to earn these attires even better. So yeah. Yeah, these are the 9 screenshots that come out. We can see that it's Stone Cold vs. Jake the Snake Roberts, the first match. The second match is Stone Cold vs. Bret Hart, Survivor Series 1996. Then the third match is actually going to be Stone Cold vs. Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. So, yeah, these are the 9 screenshots that are confirmed for 2K16. I'm all amped up for this game. I'm so ready. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.